Hey Eisenberg kiddos, this is your math lesson for May 4th. And today we're going to be reviewing some multiplication and division, specifically with word problems. So we're going to be talking about how do you know the difference between a word problem where you're supposed to multiply and a word problem where you are supposed to divide? Because a lot of times they're going to have similar types of words because multiplication and division are related. So how can we tell the difference? So you do not need to have anything pulled up. Just make sure you're watching the screen. I have my little document pulled up that we're going to be using, and we're going to be skipping around a little bit. So just make sure you're focusing on the screen and listening as we go. So we're going to talk about first division. So how do we know when a word problem is trying to get us to do division in order to solve? So the best way to notice when a problem is division is that it will start by giving you a total amount. So when we divide, we usually start with a big amount and then we're splitting it up into smaller amounts. That's what division is, right? So in a word problem where you're supposed to do division, it's the same thing. They're going to give you a total, and then they're going to tell you either how many groups to divide it into or how many equal shares somebody's going to get. So that's usually your biggest clue. Another clue that you can look for is sometimes they're just going to come out and they're going to flat out say divide. Or they're going to say something was divided, or they're going to say to separate something into groups, or to share fairly. All of those, anything where you're splitting things up in a fair way, anything like that's going to be a clue that you need to do division in order to solve. Okay, so let's look at a couple of problems and look for those words and then talk about how to solve. So we're actually going to start on number 2 on my screen. And it says, Mary, Jessica, and Benny have 21 crayons all together. So what I want you to notice first is these words right here, all together. So that's a clue that these 21 crayons are a total. So they're already giving us a total. So if I were going to work this problem out, got my handy dandy whiteboard here, I'm going to go ahead and write down 21 total because I know 21 is how many I'm supposed to have all together. So then I'm going to keep reading. It says, if the crayons are equally divided, how many will each person get? Okay, so I see the words equally divided. There's another huge clue that we are going to be splitting things up instead of making more of something. All right, so let's think about this. It says, if the crayons are equally divided, how many will each person get? Well, so what do we need to know first? We already know that there's 21 crayons, but they want to know how many each person will get. So I'm thinking, okay, how many people are there, right? Well, let's look back. It said Mary, Jessica, and Benny. So how many people is that? That's 3, right? Mary, Jessica, Benny. So now on my board, I'm going to make 3 circles to represent those 3 people. Okay, so I have Mary, Jessica, and Benny. Those are my circles. Okay, and I have 21 crayons. I have to divide up those 21 crayons so that each person gets an equal amount. So now all I have to do is split up that 21. So I'm going to put a mark in each circle to show how many crayons each person is going to get. And I have to stop when I get to 21 because 21 was my total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So now, how many did each person get? Can you count? 7. So each person would get 7 crayons. So our final answer is 7. Okay. All right. Let's do another one. We're going to go ahead and do number 3 this time. And again, so remember, when we're looking for a division word problem, it's going to start with a total and then give us a clue that we're splitting things up. So number 3 says there were a total of 15 basketball games during the 3-month season. Can you think what the clue word was there? It said total, right? So we know we're starting with the total because it says so. There were a total of 15 basketball games. All right, so I'm going to put on my board my total. Got a little hair on my board. My total is 15. So I have to stop at 15 because it tells me that's the total. All right, so now I need to look at how much I'm splitting up, okay? So there are a total of 15 basketball games during the 3-month season. If the games are equally divided, how many basketball games are played a month? So there's some more clues there. Equally divided. All right. So how many basketball games are played in 1 month? Well, they said if they're equally divided for the whole season. So now I have to look back and think how much was a whole season. A whole season was 3 months. So I have to divide 15 games between 3 months. So I'm going to need 3 circles again. This time it's for the months in that season. So I'm going to start with 15, and I'm going to give each month a game until I get to 15. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, and the question asks how many basketball games are played in a month. So I'm going to look at 1 month. How many games were played in 1 month? So the answer would be 5. So we did 15 divided by 3 groups, 3 months, and the answer is 5. Okay, so now let's talk about multiplication. How do we know if it's a multiplication problem? So we're going to go ahead and look at number 4. And number 4 says, all right, so before I get into this, I almost skipped a part. So with multiplication, you have to find the total, okay? So instead of them giving you the total in the problem, you will have to find the altogether or the how much, together. So first, you're going to have sets of things, and then you're going to have to find the total, all right? So look at number 4. It says, Fred was at the beach for 5 days and found 5 seashells each day. How many seashells did Fred find during the beach trip? So see how it says how many seashells did he find? So they want you to tell the total. If you are supposed to tell the total, that's multiplication, because multiplication is adding on repeatedly, right? So you're always going to end up with the total amount at the end. So let's think about how could we make equal groups to show this. So it says Fred was at the beach for 5 days. So I'm going to draw 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each of my circles is 1 day. He's been at the beach for 5 days. And then it says, and found 5 seashells each day. Okay. So in each of my circles, I'm going to put a 5. Or if you wanted to, you could draw out 5 lines or 5 dots. That's okay too. So now I need to know how many seashells did he find total. So now all I have to do is count what's in my circles. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So altogether, he found 25 seashells. Okay, so we found the total. Let's look at number 8. We're actually going to skip down a few. All right. So remember, we know to do multiplication if we are supposed to find the total. So 8 says Fred has 8 $5 bills. How much money does he have? So we're trying to find his total amount of money. So we have to do multiplication. All right, so Fred has 8 $5 bills. So I'm going to make 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I have my 8 circles. Those are the 8 $5 bills. So if each of those dollar bills is worth 5, what would we put in the circles? 5, right? This dollar bill is 5. This one's 5. This one's 5. So each of the bills are 5. So now if we want to know how much money he has, we just count up his money. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So he has $40. $40 total. So we did 8 times 5 equals 40. 8 groups of 5 gives you 40. All right, we're going to look at one more. And this time I want you to see if you can figure out before I say it, if we're supposed to multiply or divide. Okay, so we're actually going to scroll all the way. Nope, I lied. We're going to look at number 9. All right, so looking at number 9. You decide, are we going to multiply or are we going to divide? So remember, division gives you the total and asks you to split it up. Multiplication gives you groups or gives you sets and asks you to find the total. All right, so number 9 says, Sally goes out to lunch with Fred and Keith. Each person orders the $9 lunch special. Sally agrees to pay the bill. How much will she have to pay? So think to yourself, did they give you a total amount in there? Or are they asking you to find the total amount? Okay, so I noticed that they said each person pays $9, but Sally is supposed to pay for everybody. She agreed to pay the bill. So if she's paying for everybody, that means they want us to find out the total. So if we are finding the total, that means we're doing multiplication, okay? So it says each person orders a $9 lunch special, and Sally goes out to lunch with Fred and Keith. So how many people are there eating? Well, there's Sally, Fred, and Keith. So we need 3 circles. So those are the 3 people that are eating. And then each of those people had a $9 lunch. So this person has 9, this one has 9, this one has 9. How much is she going to have to pay? Well, I know 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. So altogether, she has to pay $27, okay? So we knew to do multiplication because they didn't give us the total. We had to find the total, okay? And we used our equal groups in order to do that. All right, so that's what you're going to be doing today in your Edge Elastic assignment. You're going to be given a word problem and you're going to read it. And the first thing you're going to think about is, do I multiply or do I divide? If they give you a total, you do division. If you have to find the total, it's multiplication. And then you're going to go ahead and use either division or multiplication in order to solve your problem. There's also going to be a little scratch pad where you need to show your work, okay? Because this is part of how I can tell if you're understanding the strategy and if you're understanding the lesson for today. I have to see your work, okay? So make sure you click on the scratch pad when you get into Edge Elastic for each problem to show me your equal groups, because that is part of the direction, okay? All right, love you guys. Have fun mathing it up.